Alright, in this video we'll be going over how to get Grammarly set up on your computer by following these steps here. The first step is go to grammarly.com/edu/signup. So we're going to do that first. Once we get there, we're going to give our name, our YC email, and plug in also a new password. Alright, so let's check that out first. So once you get there, again, you'll just plug in the name that you want Grammarly to recognize you by. You'll put in your school email, so you're at yc.edu, at scholar.yc.edu, or at instructor.yc.edu. And pick a new password, preferably something other than your YC password, and then select sign up. So what happens after you've signed up, let me just sign in to my account, you'll get an interface that looks like this. And this is kind of typical of the Grammarly interface. In other words, this is similar to what you would see whether you're looking at Grammarly on the internet or whether you're looking at it from a program downloaded to your desktop. So this is the interface. What's cool about this particular location on the internet is that you can go to this location from any browser on any device, right? So you can go to grammarly.com and then log in with your credentials and go to, well, for example, I could go to new right here. And if I had some text I needed reviewed, I could just simply copy it and then paste it here and have it reviewed for me. So that's kind of cool. Let me find some text real quick. Alright, so I've copied some text that I grabbed from a Facebook post, and so notice right off the bat that there is a potential error here, and if I would like to correct it, I can just simply click over here. Right? I can undo that if I wanted to. More critical errors will be found in red, like misspelled words, and then more subtle errors will be in yellow. So kind of interesting that. So that's one thing. Okay. You can also upload a document and have it check the document, and it will give you the same options. Let's see here. And you'll notice that each thing that you do is saved over here. Right? So anyway, it'll give you the same correction options and functionality here, except within a document that you upload. Okay? So there's those two things that you need to know. You can just copy paste text in there, or you can upload a document and have the document checked, and also that all of the documents that you have checked show up. They're remembered by Grammarly here. This isn't the only place you can have your grammar checked, right? You can, depending on where you are, for example here, it's going to recognize some places on my computer that I can install Grammarly. So I'm currently in a Safari browser. So Grammarly is recognizing that, and they're saying, you know what, you can put Grammarly in your Safari browser, and I would have a download option here. Okay. Similarly, I'm on a Mac computer, and so Grammarly's recognizing that. It recognizes what computer you're using and what internet browser is being used. Okay. What's neat is if you are on, or if you have Microsoft Office installed on your computer, you'll have options down here to install Grammarly on Microsoft Office as well. And so all you simply do is install on the programs or places that you want it, and it's there. So what I want to do is hop into Safari and demonstrate how you can see from a web browser how Grammarly works, okay? We click the install for Chrome, Firefox, or Safari. Now, wherever we have a text entry box, we also have Grammarly. Let's check it out. Alright, so here we see Grammarly in an email. So I type, and if there are some errors, okay, similar to the other interface, it's just a click, and then I can click again to change it. Right? Or if I want, I can see more explanation as to why these things need attention by clicking there. And you can see then it pops up with this little interface that breaks it down for us and gives us more explanation as to why this is misspelled. Perhaps here, right, we've got some passive voice going on, so you get some more options when you jump into this particular view. Okay, so that is how you can check an email, and then up at the top you can click this to get back into the email. Right, so there are some other ways that we can use Grammarly as well, like in Canvas. So here we are in Canvas in a discussion board. So as you know, our students will also be able to benefit from Grammarly. So if a student is in here and they click reply, you'll notice that down in the corner is a Grammarly icon. So if a student is typing, you'll notice that down in the corner there's a yellow dot, and there is one issue. The student can click on the little Grammarly icon there, and again it pulls up the suggestions by simply clicking. A person could change the suggestion. Sometimes the suggestions aren't very good, right? That's kind of up to the student or instructor to determine and change accordingly. So once that's taken care of, you can select the icon in the upper left hand side to get back in to wherever it is you're typing. Also, for instructors, if you happen to be creating activities, let's say that you go in and you're going to add an assignment. So basically anywhere there's a text entry box, you'll get the suggestions, the little Grammarly icon in the corner, and you can correct as you go. So it's really useful having Grammarly in the web browser, because whatever you have pulled up in that browser, if there's a text entry box, you can get suggestions as to what your grammar should or shouldn't be. Okay, so there's that. And here we have Grammarly in Microsoft Office Word. And so you'll notice that up here in the corner we'll have a little button for Grammarly. We can open it. Right, so what I did was I just went to a random blog post of somebody that was telling about their awesome visit to Arizona. Kind of informal writing, just putting down thoughts, which is what we often do. We'll notice that Word is only picking up one potential spelling error. We've got technically the name of a restaurant, so it's not picking up anything, right? You know, just to be fair, let's go to over here to the View tab, not View. Let's go over here to the Review tab and select Spelling and Grammar. And let's take a look. We're going to ignore that. It's being confused with the heart there, apparently. Especially instead of specially. Yeah, sure, we'll change that. But that's it. Okay? So let's see what happens when we open Grammarly. First of all, we get a little message that says that we can't do the Control Z or undo option once it's on. So I'm just going to get that. So what we notice right off the bat is a couple of things. We can do a little drop down to get an explanation. Technically, we should start a new sentence here. So we should have a capital letter, probably end the sentence there. And down here, kind of notorious, a lot of us, when we start writing informally, we want to put commas and semicolons and whatnot in there. We have a comma splice. And therefore, here we would be better off with a semicolon. So again, it's just a matter of clicking to change, and then again, Grammarly doesn't pick up everything, so we kind of have to help it out a little bit. But the things that it does catch are pretty good. So that's Grammarly within Word. And again, to get that, if we are at Grammarly.com, so Grammarly is going to pick up where I can plug it in, right? So I can use Grammarly in Chrome if I'm interested in that. I'm going to install it there. I already have it installed in Office, right? And then we can get it for Windows as well, which would just put it on our desktop. And basically you would see this exact same thing, but down here from your computer instead of having to go online and going to Grammarly.com to see this information. So, alright, we'd like to thank you for joining us for this tutorial on installing Grammarly and seeing a little bit on how it works, and hopefully you'll be able to use it. If you need any help, please contact us at TELS, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Till next time.